Hey guys, YouTube 100 here. Right now here's my review of the 2007 Royal Rumble. Yeah, so, I had a little bit of trouble finding the show online. Yeah, I mean, I tried watching it on like Tudu or whatever, but it was loading so slowly, so I needed to look up just individual matches by themselves. Also, yeah, that's why this review is just coming up like a few days up since my last review. Yeah, so overall, I'd say this was a pretty good show. Yeah, it's mostly due to the last two matches that made the show as good as it was. Yeah, the undercard, it wasn't really like that bad, but yeah, it was. I guess it was something we could live and do without. Yeah, the last two matches on the show really did make it as good as it was. Alright, let me just get right into it. Alright, first match of the night, was the Hardy Boys versus Eminem. Uh, and this was a pretty good opener, yeah. I'd say it was just about as good as their December to Dismember match. Yeah, I mean, Joey Mercury was wearing like a protective mask or something on his nose, cause yeah, at Armageddon he suffered a really bad nose injury. Yeah, yeah, this was a pretty good match. Yeah, it was just kind of a lot of back and forth between both teams, and yeah, it was a pretty good match. It lasted about 15 minutes. Yeah, Eminem was targeting Matt Hardy's jaw in the match because they injured it a couple weeks before. And yeah, like I said, it was just kind of back and forth, and it was a pretty good match. Yeah. Then in the end, I think Matt Hardy gave, I think it was Nitro, just a fade, and then Mercury went after him. And then Jeff got a blind tag in, and gave Nitro the Swanton and pinned him, and then the Hardy Boys won. So yeah, pretty good match, 3 1/4. And then next up was the ECW Championship match. Bobby Lashley defending against Test. I did not like this at all. This just was not good. And yeah, I mean seriously, what is Test doing in a world title match? I mean, seriously. I mean, Test really wasn't someone that I would really consider a world title contender. I mean, seriously. I mean, he's just like a mid fit for the mid card, but not the a world title. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, match. It really was not that good. Plus, it was not that long. It was only about 7 minutes. And yeah, really, there's not really anything I can really say about the match. I mean, I just really did not like it at all. And in the end, Test got himself counted out. Oh, and then afterwards, Lashley he beat down Test. So yeah, I didn't like it at all. I give it like 1 star. And then next we got the World Heavyweight Championship match. Batista defending against Mr. Kennedy. This was okay, but it was really short. It was only about 10 minutes. And yeah, I mean, Batista, he's still in this match. He was having basically his leg targeted by Mr. Kennedy in this match, yeah. But I got the same thing to say about Mr. Kennedy as I test. I mean, what is Mr. Kennedy doing in a world title match? I mean, seriously. Yeah, yeah. As I said, Mr. Kennedy targeted Batista's leg mostly in this match, just like focusing on that throughout the match, yeah. And then at one point, I think Mr. Kennedy like accidentally threw Batista into the referee, and the referee was taken out. And Mr. Kennedy had the match won after like I think it was a neck snapper, but the referee was still down. And then as the referee was recovering, Mr. Kennedy gave Batista a DDT, but Batista survived. Yeah. And then yeah, Batista then made a comeback. He got the spine buster in on Mr. Kennedy, and then he went for the Batista bomb. Mr. Kennedy tried to fight out of it. He gave like punched Batista a couple of times, but Yeah, Batista connected with the Batista bomb and then pinned Mr. Kennedy, and Batista retained the title. Yeah, it was an okay match. I give it about 2.5 stars. And next we got the last man standing match for the WWE Championship. John Cena defending against Umaga. This was a really good to great match. Yeah, this was probably one of Umaga's best matches. Yeah, and John Cena was really beating Umaga up, and Umaga also beat John Cena pretty badly. Yeah. Yeah, John Cena was using the steel steps on Umaga a few times, yeah. Well, as Umaga was on the ring apron or something, John Cena nailed Umaga with the steps and had him fall. Yeah. And then John Cena was like throwing Umaga on the steps a couple of times. At one point he tried to do the FU, but he just couldn't do it and he just fell forward onto the steps. And yeah, John Cena was bleeding really badly here. I mean, seriously, I mean, how often do you see John Cena that bloody? Yeah. And at one point, as John Cena was like leaning on one of the announce tables, Umaga was on another one. He was gonna splash he was gonna splash Cena through it, but Cena moved out of the way, and yeah, Umaga just went through the table. Yeah. And then at one point, Umaga had John Cena sitting against the steel steps in the corner of the ring, and he was gonna do the thing where he charges and nails the person in the head. Yeah, but John Cena moved out of the way, and Umaga just hit the steps. Yeah. And then I think at one point, John Cena missed his leg drop to Umaga from the top turnbuckle, and he just hit the canvas, yeah. And then Umaga actually got the top turnbuckle off one of the corners, yeah. And he tried to hit John Cena with it, but John Cena uh, dodged the hit and took Umaga down, yeah. And then John Cena nailed Umaga with the turnbuckle, old old thing, yeah. Then he took out Armando Estrada, and then he gave Umaga the STFU with the turnbuckle and the rope. Yeah, and then, yeah, that was when Umaga was down and couldn't answer the 10 count. John Cena won. Oh, yeah, really good to great match. I give that about 4 stars. Yeah. And then next we got the Royal Rumble match. First two to start it off were Ric Flair and Finlay. I thought this was a pretty good Royal Rumble, yeah. Yeah, Ric Flair and Finlay started out as I said, yeah. Then Kenny Dykstra was the next entrant. Then him and Finlay were teaming up on Ric Flair. Then when Matt Hardy came out, he was coming to the aid of Ric Flair, yeah. And then next up was Edge, and then, yeah, he eliminated Ric Flair, and then he eliminated Kenny Dykstra from the match, yeah. And yeah, then a couple of ECW guys came in, Tommy Dreamer and Sabu. Yeah. And they were actually going at it, they weren't like teaming up, yeah. And then Gregory Helms was the next entrant, and this marked his 1 year anniversary of winning the Cruiserweight Championship. He was still champion at this point, yeah. And then, yeah, Shelton Benjamin entered, and then when Kane entered, he eliminated Tommy Dreamer, and then he eliminated Sabu. But when Sabu was on the ring apron before he got eliminated, Sabu, when he came out, he set a table in the entranceway, or at ringside, I should say, yeah. And then Kane, as Sabu was on the ring apron, he chokeslammed Sabu down before through the table. Yeah, really, I mean, how old was Sabu at that time? And yeah, you actually took that kind of abuse? I mean, seriously. I mean, Sabu, I mean, he's too old. Isn't he kind of too old for that stuff? I mean, seriously. He's like Terry Funk. And then, yeah, CM Punk entered, yeah. And then King Booker entered, yeah. And then he eventually eliminated Gregory Helms, yeah. And then Super Crazy entered and match, yeah. And then Jeff Hardy came in, and yeah, him and Matt were teaming up, yeah. And then the next entrant was the Sandman. And this was just absolutely ridiculous, right? I mean, Sandman came to the ring through the crowd with his kendo stick. He nailed the Hardy Boys and Super Crazy with the kendo stick, yeah. And then Booker T just kicked him in the gut and then eliminated him. I mean, are you kidding me? This is the Sandman, for God's sakes, okay? Alright? It's gonna take a lot. Well, it should take a lot more than that to eliminate him. I mean, seriously. I mean, who thought of that? I mean, come on. And anyway, yeah. And then Randy Orton entered, and then, yeah, him and Edge went out. This was when they had the rated RKO stable. And yeah, they teamed up, and then they eliminated Super Crazy from the match. And then Edge eliminated Jeff Hardy from the match, yeah. And then he eliminated Matt Hardy. Well, Randy Orton eliminated Matt Hardy, I mean, yeah. Yeah, and then, yeah, Chris Benoit then came out. In Chris Benoit's final Royal Rumble match, yeah. And then Rob Van Dam entered, and yeah, King Booker was then eventually eliminated by Kane, yeah. Then Viscera entered the match, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, yeah. After Kane eliminated King Booker came back into the ring and then eliminated Kane from the match, yeah. Then yeah, Viscera came out with the next entry. Then Johnny Nitro was out, yeah. Yeah, but Mercury wasn't in the match. Nitro was just in it by himself, yeah. And Kevin Thorn entered the match, yeah. Then Hardcore Holly came out. Oh yeah. And then next up was Shawn Michaels, and this was in his hometown of San Antonio, so yeah, the crowd was hot for him, yeah. And then yeah, Chris Masters entered the match, yeah. And then yeah, Finlay got eliminated by Shawn Michaels in the match, yeah. And then it took like basically everybody that was in the ring to eliminate Viscera, yeah. And yeah, Chavo Guerrero entered, yeah. Then MVP entered the match, yeah. Yeah, Chris Masters got eliminated by Rob Van Dam, yeah. Then Carlito entered, yeah. And then once the Great Khali entered, he was beating everyone up. Then, after the next entrance, number 29, The Miz came out, then the Great Khali was eliminating everyone. Yeah, Great Khali eliminated Chris Benoit from the match, and then, yeah, he eliminated The Miz, and he eliminated Rob Van Dam, and CM Punk, yeah, yeah, CM Punk, Carlito, Chavo Guerrero, yeah, Ric Flair was like eliminating everyone. Then number 30, The Undertaker came out. Yeah, and then Undertaker and the Great Khali went at it. Yeah, and then the Undertaker gained the upper hand, and then he eventually eliminated the Great Khali. Yeah. And then the Undertaker then eliminated MVP from the match, yeah. And then it got down to Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Edge. And Edge and Randy Orton started to team up on the Undertaker. They were meeting up for a while. And then at one point, Edge set up for the spear, and then when Orton turned around, he was charging. No one really knew if he was going for Randy Orton or the Undertaker. Yeah, Randy Orton had a chair in his hand, but MVP actually brought him to the ring, and he got eliminated. Yeah. And yeah, Edge and Randy Orton were like talking about what Edge was just doing, and then Shawn Michaels was getting up. Randy Orton gave him an RKO. Yeah. Then Randy Orton and Edge continued to beat up down the Undertaker some more. Then eventually Shawn Michaels got back in the ring and eliminated both Edge and Randy Orton. And then it was down to Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, and then they were going at it for a while. Yeah, there was a lot of times where we thought one would get eliminated. Yeah, Undertaker was on the ring apron at one point. And then, yeah, it looked like Shawn Michaels was going to be eliminated from the match, yeah. And then at the end, Undertaker dodged the Sweet Chin Music and chokeslammed Shawn Michaels. Oh no, he didn't choke him, sorry. He just then eliminated Shawn Michaels from the match. Then the Undertaker won, and for the first time since the debut of the Royal Rumble, the number 30 entrant actually wins. Yeah, it took like 20 years for that to finally happen. So yeah, Undertaker is the first number 30 entrant to win the Royal Rumble. So yeah, it was a pretty good Royal Rumble. I give it about 3 3/4. Yeah. Overall show, I give it about a 7.75 out of 10. Yeah. Maybe if like the ECW title and the World Heavyweight title matches were better matches, it probably would have been higher. But yeah, because of that, show kind of goes down a little bit. But still, two really good matches on the show, and yeah, overall still a good show. Alright, so yeah, that does it for my review of the 2007 Royal Rumble. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.